Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Creative Space and आज हम जिसके बारे में अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करने वाले हैं वो है पैरा एथलीट्स, उनकी जर्नी, उनका फिटनेस regime and where do they how beautifully they have made their lives to be an athletes. And we have a very renowned coach with us जो उनको सिखा रहे हैं, कैप्टन लुइस जॉर्ज मेप्रथ. Sir, first of all, thank you for doing this for my channel and welcome to Creative Space. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Neha. I'm Captain Louis George. I was in the Navy for 37 years from 76 to 2013. I represented the Navy in basketball and also the services team. Currently, I am the head coach of the Indian women's wheelchair basketball team. I'm also the secretary of the Wheelchair Basketball Association of Maharashtra, as well as the Secretary General of the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India.
Okay. And since when has Pune Riders formed and how many athletes did you have overall that you have coached or trained?
Okay, the formation of Pune Riders is also very interesting. In 2017, we formed the Mumbai team, got 4 or 5 players, and we couldn't find many players. We had to run around from pillar to post. We practice in Borivali, and sometimes we used to practice in Don Bosco, and far away. We didn't have money with us. We didn't have wheelchairs. So we took part in the nationals in 2017 at Hyderabad with just 7 players, and we lost all the matches as expected. I'm talking about the girls' team. The men's team have been winning all the nationals right from 2014 because they're basically consisting of the ex-army people. So they have been doing well. So then in 2018, our girls decided that we should practice more. So we practiced harder and we beat the Tamil Nadu team in the 2018 nationals, and we repeated that in the 2019 nationals. So after the 2018 nationals, we said we must start something in Pune also, and thus we started in Pune in 2019 on Gudi Padwa Day, that is 6th of April 2019. We started at a place at Clover Hills in NIBM Road. At their court, they allowed us to practice, and after that, we started practice at St. Vincent's in Pune, then at Hotford, and at Yerwada, Krida Sankul, and finally we are now at the PYC, where Mrs. Suvarna Limay is one of the coaches, and she's also an Indian team coach. So technically, we can say we started in 2019 June or 2019 April 6th, the team in Pune.
Okay. And how many players do you have currently, Captain Lewis?
Yeah, when we started, we had about 6 girls and 1 or 2 boys, but now we have more than 25 girls and boys in Pune Riders. And this is excluding the team which we have in Khadki, that is the Paraplegic Rehabilitation Center, where the men's team is there.
Amazing. आपके जर्नी के बारे में और ये सुनते ही it is so motivating and it is very how do you say we feel proud actually being an Indian and you coaching these people. It takes a lot and congratulations for doing this and bringing this to this level, Captain Lewis. It's really amazing.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, what is your coaching philosophy? How do you work?
Yeah, that's a very broad topic.
Yeah.
Coaching philosophy, it's okay if you got a very great team, then the philosophy is different, how to play, strategy and all. But now we are still at the grassroots. We are basically, our philosophy come and put in their best. So we'll teach them how to push the, how to score the baskets, how to pass, and also our philosophy is not very great at the moment because we are thinking about developing them into good wheelchair basketball players, and then we will think about breaking the traditional ground in Asian games and the other games, beating strong teams like Japan, China, Korea. But as of now, we are still in the initial stage So our strategy is to make them good players and make their health, improve their health so that they can push the wheelchair more. That is our basic strategy. We are concentrating on the basics now.
Okay, okay, okay. And till which level, now that you have spoken, अभी आपने levels के बारे में बात की है, तो अभी आप कौन से level तक para athletes को लेके पहुंच चुके हैं? What is the level now?
Yeah, we have taken part in the Asia Oceania Zone Championships in 2018, 2019, and we couldn't take part after that because of COVID and because of lack of funds. This year we are again. It is there in January. Again, we don't have funds. We required about 40 lakhs for that. So we are approaching sponsors. If we get it, well and good. Otherwise, we may not be able to attend the Asia Oceania Zone in January 2024 in Bangkok. And our players have been doing well. Maharashtra players have been doing well. Pune players, Bombay players, like at least 4 of them are there in the Indian team.
That's so good to know, and I hope people who are watching this, please spread out this vlog to everybody you know. Whoever can sponsor, whoever can come forward and support this team, that will be really great. So yeah. And I wanted to ask you, Captain Lewis, about this whole journey. You meet so many people, आप इतने लोगों से मिलते हैं. Common misconceptions क्या होते हैं लोगों को इसके बारे में?
Yeah, when we talk about the disability, in the good old days, if a person got into an accident and get into a spinal cord injury, they used to stay at home only. Their parents never allowed them to go out, mainly because there were no avenues. So most of our players have been, after injury, have been at home for 3-4 years, and then suddenly they came to know that we are starting basketball, and then we've got tennis. Some people are gone into wheelchair rugby and wheelchair handball. So now there are many avenues. So they are now coming out. Badminton, wheelchair badminton. India is doing very well in wheelchair. Para badminton. So now, after any accident or something, it doesn't take 5 to 6 years for them to get out of that depression and then come, because there are enough people to motivate them, and get them out of the house, including ladies. Ladies have a tough time because the parents are very worried about them, but now they know that the para athletes are doing well, and it's a good outlet for the children and for the even the people about 20, so that they get out of the depression and they get into hard work and they meet friends and they are on social media. So it's a good thing. Now we have got so many avenues for para athletes.
Okay, so the misconception was before that there are not many avenues. Now it's kind of cleared, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yes. We have enough. We have enough. Like I mentioned, para badminton, para basketball, wheelchair handball, wheelchair rugby, wheelchair tennis, para swimming. There's no end to it. If the Paralympic Committee of India is there in India. So there is so many things, and most of them are taking part in the Asian Games also, which is going to be held in
Amazing.
October.
Amazing. That's so good to know. And good luck to all the competitors, to all the athletes actually. And अभी मेरा next question ऐसे होगा कि what are the major difficulties or challenges faced by the para athletes? उनके क्या challenges होते हैं?
ओके, जब हमने 2017 में शुरू किया था, when we started in 2017, तो मेरे को ज्यादा नहीं मालूम था. I didn't know much about their but the main problem is accessibility. Is it accessible? Is the ground accessible? Can they come by bus? Can they come by train? Can they come by any other means? Because they have to come with their wheelchair. They have to get in using their hands because their legs are immobile. So I'm proud to say that the government agencies and the universities, like we practice at Bombay in the Bombay University, they have made it completely accessible thanks to Professor Vasanti Madam, who is the head of department there of the physical education department. She has been very helpful, Professor Vasanti Madam. And at Pune Riders, at PYC Hindu Gymkhana, we are practicing. And there, Suvarna ma'am is there, who is the coach. And she has ensured that it is made completely accessible with ramps to enter the basketball court, accessible washrooms. So as far as Pune and Mumbai are considered, we are fully accessible ground. We practice for 2-3 hours or more, and then they go back. So the next thing, so the grounds are accessible now in Pune and Mumbai at least. The next thing is transport. So that is a major problem. It is very difficult for them to get into the normal bus, even trains. Trains, of course, there are disabled bogies in the local trains in Mumbai and in Pune. But if you have a look into the disabled bogies, you will find everybody else other than the disabled in that.
Yeah,
So,
true,
so
true.
this is a major problem. And then when they come to the stations, once again there's a problem of ramps. Some major stations have got ramps like Pune and Mumbai. The major stations have got, but all stations do not have ramps, do not have proper facilities for them after they get down from the local train to come. So most of them come by Ola or Uber, and by Ola, Uber, taxi or auto rickshaws. Once again, there's a problem there because some of them say we will not let your wheelchair; it will spoil my Ola, Uber. And even if they come by Ola or Uber or auto rickshaws, it costs money. Every time they in Bombay or Pune, every time they come for practice, minimum 200 to 300 rupees one way. So about 600 rupees per day for practice for coming by transport. So it becomes a major strain on their financial resources. So earlier we used to get help from people, and we are again looking for people who can help us, companies, CSR funds. So we are looking at that to help our players.
Okay, they are quite ground reality challenges. These are. Thank you for pointing it out because, of course, it has to be accessible. It has to be economic also for them. Agreed. And people who are coming by public transport, like taxis, uh, I would give a shout out to them that please help them. आप गाड़ी बाद में क्लीन कर सकते हैं अगर खराब होती भी है तो, बट उनको आप मदद हो जाएगी उनके लिए. सो प्लीज ये मत सोचिए. सो या सो मेरा भी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऐसे होगा कि कैप्टन लुइस, उनका ट्रेनिंग कैसे होता है? व्हाट इज देयर रूटीन ऑफ ट्रेनिंग एंड द डाइट फॉर पैरा एथलीट्स? हाउ डू यू कोच देम ऑन दैट?
Okay. Like I told you, some of them are working in small jobs.
हाँ.
So Monday to Friday, it's very difficult for them to get out of their jobs because they also need some money.
Yeah.
So on Saturdays and Sundays, we practice at Pune as well as at Mumbai. So Mumbai, we have got an indoor court. Like I told you, Professor Vasanthi Madam is the head of department of the physical education department. So she has been very kind to us for the last 5 years, minus the Corona years. We are practicing at the Bombay University at Kalina. That's so normally when we practice only on Saturday, Sundays, we practice two to 3 hours. In Mumbai, we practice 2 to 3 hours. In Pune, we practice about 2.5 hours. So that's the training schedule. In Pune, we practice in the evenings, and in Mumbai, we practice from 11:30 to 3:30 in the mornings. And in case of emergency, when there is a national championship, like there is going to be a national championship in October end at Patna, Bihar, so then we might increase the number of days. But once again, we have to think about traveling, how it comes, costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So during the training, they are very disciplined. They come for training, they sit on wheelchairs, and then we teach them for 1 or 2 hours. And I'm proud to say that all of them nobody complains that their hands are paining or legs are paining. They keep pushing the wheelchair, they keep practicing because they have that, like they say, do you have it in you? They have that something there which tells them that they
Jazba.
have to do well in life.
Yeah, the jazba.
That
Hari
Josh.
the Josh. Hi, sir. Yeah. Yeah, true, true. That's nice. That's nice to know. And about the diet, are they on a very strict
Yeah.
diet?
No, that is a very good question, but we cannot give them any great diet because it's cost of money. Money. Who will support us in the initial years? I should not say this, but in the initial years, all the coaches and administrators used to help. But then it was becoming a bit too much to help from your own private pocket. Then we got some sponsors. We got Mazgon Doc, who used to help us for the transportation and buying of wheelchairs. We got Project Mumbai, who was a great
Yes.
help to us the last 2 years. They've got motivation wheelchairs, which are about 40,000 each, about 10 of them. Then they got us the higher quality wheelchairs, which is the RGK wheelchairs, which are around 6 lakhs each, 12 of them. So we are hats off to Project Mumbai for all the wonderful work they have done. They have given us a lot of things. But now we are again looking for more sponsors for our players. And as far as diet is concerned, we are not going into any proteins or any of these things because firstly it is unaffordable. Secondly, we are not sure whether proteins and all are good for our players.
Yeah.
Proteins are safe, I know that, but we don't have the money to buy it. So we go by the normal food, Indian food, rice and dals and all that, whatever they can eat well. I mean, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Now, my next question would be, Captain Lewis, what is your vision as a coach for para athletes?
Yeah, we have a vision that one day, there may be about 4 5 years from now, our players will do well at the Asian circuit. That is the first vision. We must be in the first top three in the Asian circuit. So we have good teams like China, Japan, Korea, Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia. All these are good teams in Asia. So we have to do well. Now we have got good wheelchairs. We have got place to practice. So now we must now get sponsors for their traveling and for their diet and for their kit. It's all these things cost money. So
Yeah.
roughly, for conducting nationals, it costs about 40 lakhs, 40 to 50 lakhs for conducting a national championship in India because teams from all over India will be coming. Similarly, for taking part in the Asia Oceania zone, we have to pay them entry fee. Entry fees of $2,500. Then we have to pay a tournament fee of $8,000. That means each team has to pay about $10,500 for, of course, that take care of the hotel and transportation and food at wherever we are going abroad. But then we have to pay for the air tickets from our pocket. So all these things are costly. So if we have to take part in a tournament outside, like the Asia Oceania zone, which is normally held in Thailand, in Bangkok, and because they have got good grounds and they've got good infrastructure, we require about 20 to 25 lakhs for the women's team and about 20 to 25 lakhs for the men's team. So all these are a huge amount of money for us. We are approaching sponsors, but so far we have not had much luck. But we are, like they say, we are going on and on. We are approaching people.
Yeah. Um, I hope and I wish and that you would get some help, through some medium, and our players reach there, and that will be really motivating for them and to everybody out there. So I really wish that would happen. Um, Now, my next question would be, from what age can a child enroll if the child is detected to be in a certain situation or a handy-capable kid? So, from what age that the kid can enroll to this, and how to take this route?
Yeah, that's a good question. In the running basketball, that is for the able-bodied, in the running basketball, we have national championships for under 12, under 14, under 17, and then we have the seniors. So as of now, in wheelchair basketball, we have only the senior national championship. We don't have the age groups. Moreover, all over India, I have been seeing for the last 6 years, we hardly got about 4 or 5 players who are below 15 years, below 14 years. In Bombay, we've got two of them. One girl, Janvi, is there, who is 14. One boy is there, Shreyas, who is 10. And in Pune, we got Om Shinde, who is also 14. So these 3 4 players in Maharashtra. Similarly, in some other states, we go one odd person is there here and there. So even if we conduct a national championship for under 12 or under 14, we will not have any teams because, like I told you, once again, it is the parents who don't, get their children out so young, 10 or 12 years, very young. Even in our case, Shreyas, who's 10 years old, and Janvi, who's a girl who is 14 years old. Initially, they used to come. We somehow managed to find them, and they used to come and sit outside. They were scared to even sit on a wheelchair. But now they are, and they never used to open their mouth. Shreyas and Janvi, they used to just keep shut. But now you can find them on Instagram and Facebook, and in the ground they will keep chatting. I have to tell them to keep shut sometimes. So that's a good thing. They become confident. So the basic aim is not to make everybody India players or make everybody, it's not possible. You can't have 100 players from Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu or so into the India team. Basic aim is to make them strong, healthy, so that they get out of depression. and they are able to manage independently. They are able to go from here to school, school to bus, train independently. Like Janvi, for example, she used to come with her mother. For 1 year, her mother used to come along with her, and now suddenly I found that she's coming on her own in Ola. She's only 14 years old. So all these things we have, we have not, we are making her into a good player, but more than that, she's become independent. So what else is
Yeah,
required? So
yeah,
that is the idea. They come out of depression. Earlier, it used to take a long time to come out of depression. So now they have come. Even in school, the children are very happy that these people are playing basketball and doing well. Earlier, the children never used to make friends with them. Now everybody is their friends because they're playing basketball. So that's the way. So we don't have age group categories in wheelchair basketball because we don't have so many players in
got
that
it.
group.
Thank you for shedding light on that, and kudos to you and the entire team for really making their life worth living for. Making them come out of the situation and making them independent for day-to-day life. It's very important. And my question about what age group? So I think whenever the parent is ready to send a kid and to participate in such institution or classes or being under a coach, I think it's open for all. Then I must say, whenever a kid is of a understandable age, the kid can approach you guys, right?
Yes, yes, there is no problem. They can contact us. They can contact me. You can give my number to them. There is no problem. We can contact me. You can send an email to me. We have at Bombay. We have at Pune, and at Amravati also they have started, and at Cholapur also we are starting. So we are planning to start in the other districts also.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that. And when do the tournaments take place generally? मतलब कभी होते हैं tournaments और अगर लोगों को आके देखना है, और मोटिवेट करना है पैरा एथलीट्स को, तो वो कभी होते हैं tournaments? हाँ,
So the next senior national championship for wheelchair basketball is being held at Patna, Bihar from 22nd to 28th October 2023. We tried to do it at Bombay, but once again, accommodation is the major problem in Mumbai because we
very
need to have
expensive.
wheelchair accessible hotels, wheelchair accessible washrooms, and accommodation is very costly in Mumbai.
Yeah,
So conducting it in Mumbai is a very, very difficult task.
right.
Maybe
And
we
it
could conduct part of that, like West Zone Championship or zonal championship. We could conduct in Bombay in the near future or in Pune. But
okay.
conducting the national championships with more than 10 to 15 teams is going to be very difficult in Bombay or in Pune because accommodation, hotel accommodation is so. Like when we are going to Bihar now, the DG Sports, Bihar Sports Authority, uh, Mr. Shankaran Ravindran, who is the IPS DG in the IPS. He is the BR Sports Authority, State Sports. He is the DG. So he is giving us the accommodation at subsidized is almost free of charge. The government accommodation there. So that way, a major help to us.
Now my next question would be, Captain Lewis. Uh, I mean, yes, you mentioned about tournaments, but you do keep having inter-district or certain matches in Mumbai, Pune, or any other places like in Maharashtra, right? And how often those are the matches?
No, in Maharashtra, once again, like I told you, we have players at Pune, Mumbai. We have about 10 to 12 players in Amravati, about 3 or 4 players in Sholapur. In the other districts, we have not yet started. We are trying to start, register an association, find out the players, get wheelchairs and all. So as of now, we do not have inter-district matches because we have got only 2 districts effectively playing, Mumbai and Pune, and the Amravati just coming up, and Sholapur is also coming up. So we don't have inter-district matches, but whenever we conduct camps and all, we call people from everywhere and have matches and all that. So there are no
Ah,
inter-district matches as such. Our aim
got
is
it.
ultimately to get all the districts in Maharashtra registered as with the registrar of societies, and they find the wheelchair basketball players, get wheelchairs, and then we will have inter-district matches and all.
Okay, understood. And now, Captain Lewis, my last question would be anything that I must have missed asking you and you would like to spread awareness on this topic. Anything else?
Yeah, okay. My only request is that whenever new buildings are made, or even in the existing buildings, we can make the buildings accessible. The washrooms can be accessible by made bigger doors and having Western style uh, commodes there. We can have the ramps made. So this is not a difficult job. It can be easily done. So, and next, my request is that wish to people that they should help us, sponsor us. The question everybody asks me is why approach the government. Now the government has got so many things to do. They've got so many para athletes. They cannot keep helping everybody, and we will approach them. We approach people. We approach known people and all. But once we start winning medals, then of course the government will give you. The
Yeah.
para athletes are doing well. Para javelin, swimming. All these people who are taking part in individual games in the athletics, they are all taking part in the Asian Games, Asian Para Games in October. They are looked after by the government and the Sports Authority of India. So we need to perform better, and we need to register ourselves with the national body before we start getting help from them. So it'll take time. Slowly we are moving towards that. So in between, my request is for various sponsors. I must tell you, we had two major sponsors so far. One was the Mazgaon Docs. They gave us a lot of money for buying wheelchairs and for traveling of our players, honorarium of coaches, and all that. After that, we were lucky to get Project Mumbai. Shishir sir, who is the CEO, and Sanjay sir, all these people were very helpful. And they also gave us wheelchairs, and like I told you, high-end wheelchairs, each costing about 6 lakhs. We got 12 of them. That means about 72 to 80 lakhs of wheelchairs. And then they were looking after our players, giving reimbursement of traveling by Ola, Uber. And they were conducting exhibition matches all over. Project Mumbai has conducted so many exhibition matches in Don Bosco, in Vidya Vihar, Somaya College, in Podar College, in St. Andrews. So many matches just to spread awareness about Mumbai. Like their motto is Mumbai ke liye kuch bhi karenge.
हाँ.
So that motto, they were full ahead. By with these wheelchair basketball players playing all over Mumbai. So I'm very thankful to Project Mumbai for helping us so much in our journey, and because of them, our players have done so well, and I'm sure we will continue to do well. Thank you, Project Mumbai, and earlier it was Mazgon Dog. Thank you, all these people, and there are a lot of individual sponsors also who give us 5,000, 10,000. So every penny counts. So once again, my request is that, especially to big companies, they can give us their CSR funds, and then we will utilize it properly for Maharashtra as well as for the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India, which is the national body. Since I am the Secretary General of both the associations, so we will utilize the money properly. It will be for the players.
Yes, yes. Rest assured to all the viewers, rest assured, Captain Lewis is there to help everybody, all the athletes out there, all the para athletes out there. और आप उनको कभी भी अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल सकते हैं. एंड ह्यूज शाउट आउट टू प्रोजेक्ट मुंबई एंड मजगांव डॉग because they are really doing an I think a mountain work, a mammoth task, and they are helping everybody out there. And thank you so much, Captain Lewis, for doing this for my channel, helping me spread awareness, collaborating with me, and I only wish the best for the entire team of yours and all the para athletes. So thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for
Thank,
helping us. Thank you.